Hey there, future moguls and wealth builders. Ever feel like you're stuck in a financial hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting nowhere? Well, what if I told you that you could build an empire with nothing but your wit, grit, and a sprinkle of entrepreneurial magic? Welcome to the ultimate guide on how to build wealth from nothing. No, this isn't some get-rich-quick scheme or a tutorial on how to win the lottery. This is a real talk about transforming your financial future. One smart move at a time. Picture this. You're standing at the base of a mountain called financial freedom. It looks impossibly high, doesn't it? But here's the secret. You don't need fancy climbing gear or a trust fund to reach the top. All you need is the right roadmap and a willingness to take that first step. In the next few minutes, we're going to unpack the strategies that can turn your empty pockets into overflowing bank accounts. We'll explore everything from high-value services that clients are begging for to the art of building a cash flow business that practically prints money while you sleep. But before we dive in, I want you to ponder this. If money were no object, what would you do differently in your life right now? Hold on to that thought, because by the end of this video, you might just have the tools to make it a reality. So, are you ready to flip the script on your financial story, to learn how to build wealth from nothing and create a future where financial stress is just a distant memory? Then buckle up, my friend. We're about to embark on a journey that could change your life forever. Let's get started. Chapter 1: The 3 Pillars of Making Money. Alright folks, this video isn't just for the ramen-eating, textbook-hoarding students out there. It's for anyone who's ever looked at their bank account and thought, is this a joke? But hey, we're using students as our prime example because let's face it, they've got time in spades, but their wallets are emptier than a lecture hall on a Friday night. Picture this. You're at your weekend cashier gig, watching your life savings do the cha-cha slide between payday and bill day. One step forward, cha-cha, real smooth back to broke. Sound familiar? I've been there, scanning items faster than a contestant on Supermarket Sweep, wondering if there's more to life than this financial merry-go-round. Well, buckle up my friend, because I'm about to drop some knowledge that will make your wallet do a happy dance. Let me introduce you to the holy trinity of wealth building, the 3 musketeers of moolah, if you will. First up, you need something to sell. It could be a product, a service, or even your time. Think about your weekend shifts. This is your golden ticket to the money train. Next, you've got to find your hungry crowd. Who's itching to buy what you're selling? Hint, it's not just the hangry customers in your checkout line. Finally, you need a master plan. Without this, you're like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly drifting in the sea of missed opportunities. Now, you might be thinking, sure, easy for you to say, I'm just a broke student. But here's the kicker. I started exactly where you are, my first step in the journey to build wealth from nothing, leveraging my cashier experience. I wasn't just scanning groceries, I was studying consumer behavior, mastering customer service, and honing my sales skills. These were the building blocks of my financial freedom. I took these insights and started a small online business, selling study guides and stickers to fellow students. It was my ticket to entrepreneurship for beginners. My product? Check. My audience, double check, my game plan, you bet I had one. And slowly but surely, I watched my side hustle grow from pocket change to a proper income stream. This, my friends, is how you start a business with no money. Here's the real tea. Your current situation is your superpower. As a student, you have access to a gold mine of opportunities for personal finance growth. Campus events, student discounts, networking possibilities, these are your wealth creation techniques. Start small, think big, and always be on the lookout for that perfect alignment of your skills, market demand, and timing. It's all about those money-making strategies and financial success tips. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is wealth. But with these 3 pillars, something to sell, someone to sell it to, and a solid game plan, you're not just dreaming about financial success for beginners, you're paving the way to it. These are the income generation methods that can take you from broke to rich. So, next time you're at your cashier job, scanning items, and dreaming of bigger things, remember, you're not just making change, you're gathering the tools for your financial independence. You're a student entrepreneur in the making, crafting your own passive income strategies. This journey from rags to riches isn't just about making money, it's about transforming your mindset. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. It's about turning your time into your most valuable asset. And trust me, once you start, you'll be amazed at how many side hustle ideas pop into your head. So, who's ready to build some wealth? Who's ready to turn their financial life from a sad trombone to a victory march? Remember, every big success story started with a single step. Your step might be as simple as starting to see your cashier job not as a dead end, but as your first lesson in business and customer relations. You've got the time, you've got the drive, and now you've got the know-how. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Let's make that wallet of yours sing. Chapter 2. Starting your first $100,000 business. Alright my friends, we'll now put the 3 pillars from the last chapter to work and build your empire, one service at a time. Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey to your first $100,000 business. And trust me, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Picture this. You're standing at your cashier job, scanning items like a pro, when suddenly you realize you're not just ringing up groceries, you're ringing up your future. That's right, my friend. Your path to build wealth from nothing starts right here, right now. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I'm just a broke student with only debt to my name. How am I supposed to start a business? Well, let me tell you a little secret. The best businesses don't always start with a fat wallet. They start with a hungry mind and a willingness to hustle, and that's exactly what we're going to tap into. Remember my study guide side hustle? That was just the appetizer. The main course is what I'm about to serve you. The secret sauce to starting your first $100,000 business. And it all boils down to one word: services. You see, when you're trying to achieve financial freedom, you need to think like a scrappy entrepreneur. Sure, you might be dreaming of launching the next big product, but hold your horses. Developing a product is like trying to perfect your grandma's secret recipe. It takes time, money, and a whole lot of burn attempts before you get it just right. Instead, let me introduce you to your new best friend, the service-based business. It's like the Swiss Army knife of the business world, versatile, immediately useful, and doesn't require you to sell your kidney to start. As a student entrepreneur looking for money-making strategies, this is your golden ticket to the chocolate factory of wealth. Why services, you ask? Well, imagine trying to fill a bathtub with the drain open. That's what developing a product feels like when you're starting from scratch. You're pouring money into prototypes, testing, and marketing before seeing a single cent in return. But with services, it's like turning on a faucet of money. Maybe not a torrent at first, but a steady stream that can grow into a roaring river over time. Think about it. You've got skills, my friend. Whether it's tutoring, graphic design, or even walking dogs, you can turn these into side hustle ideas faster than you can say financial independence. And the best part? You can start making money almost immediately. It's like planting a money tree that bears fruit right away instead of waiting years for it to grow. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I mess up? What if I'm not good enough? Here's where the beauty of service businesses shines through. Unlike product-based businesses, where a mistake could cost you your life savings, service businesses give you room to learn and grow. Trust me, I've had my fair share of facepalm moments, but each one taught me something valuable without emptying my wallet. It's like learning to ride a bike with training wheels. You might wobble, but you won't crash and burn. Let's talk cash flow, shall we? When you're starting from nothing, every dollar counts. With a service business, you can start generating income almost immediately. This immediate cash flow is crucial for your journey to financial success. It's like having a steady paycheck while you build your empire, the best of both worlds. So, here's the lesson, future tycoons. When you're aiming for that first $100,000 business, services are your best bet. It's all about that cash flow principle. You get to start making money right away, learn from your mistakes without going bankrupt, and build your skills and client base simultaneously. It's like hitting 3 birds with 1 stone, efficiency at its finest. Remember, this isn't about creating your forever business. It's about building a solid foundation for your financial future. Think of it as your launch pad to bigger and better things. As you grow, you'll gain invaluable experience, build a network, and maybe even stumble upon that $1 million idea. It's like planting seeds for a forest of wealth creation opportunities. So, next time you're at your cashier job, dreaming of financial freedom, start brainstorming services you could offer. What skills do you have that others might need? How can you turn your time into a money-making machine? That's how you start a business with no money and begin your journey to build wealth from nothing. Your first $100,000 is waiting, and it's not as far as you think. It's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Are you ready to claim your slice of the pie? Let's turn that financial frown upside down and start building your empire, one service at a time. Chapter 3. Cash flow versus enterprise value. Alright my friends, we just talked about starting your first $100,000 business with services. Well, now we're taking it up a notch. We're diving into the nitty-gritty of what really makes a business tick. Cash flow versus enterprise value. It's like choosing between a steady paycheck and a lottery ticket. And believe me, in the world of building wealth from nothing, this choice is crucial. Let's rewind for a second. Picture yourself back at that cashier job, watching people swipe their cards for groceries. Some are counting pennies, while others are tossing caviar and champagne on the conveyor belt without a care in the world. Now, which one would you rather be? The one with the fancy lifestyle but sweating bullets when the bills come, or the one with a steady stream of cash that keeps your fridge full and your landlord happy? This, my fellow wealth builders, is the crucial difference between cash flow and enterprise value businesses. It's like choosing between a reliable old car that gets you where you need to go, or a shiny sports car that looks great in your driveway but guzzles gas faster than you can say broke. A cash flow business is your trusty sidekick in the journey to build wealth from nothing. It's designed to put money in your pocket regularly, like a loyal friend who always chips in for pizza. This is the kind of business that lets you reinvest in other ventures, pay for your ramen and occasionally sushi lifestyle, and slowly but surely climb that financial ladder. On the flip side, we have enterprise value businesses. These are the glamour queens of the business world. They're all about skyrocketing revenue and reinvesting profits back into the business. Sounds great, right? Well, not so fast. While your business might look impressive on paper, you could be left with less cash in your pocket than a kid who just hit the candy store. Now, I'm not saying enterprise value businesses are bad. They have their place in the grand scheme of things. But when you're starting out, when you're trying to achieve financial freedom, cash is king. It's the difference between eating instant noodles because you have to and eating them because you choose to. Trust me, there's a big difference. Think about it this way. You can't pay your rent with potential. You can't buy groceries with a theoretical valuation. Cash flow is tangible, it's real. It's what keeps the lights on and your dreams alive. It's the foundation of financial success that we're all chasing. So, here's the golden nugget of wisdom for today. When you're starting out, prioritize low-risk cash flow businesses. These are your stepping stones to wealth building. They might not make you an overnight millionaire, but they'll give you something far more valuable. Stability and the ability to sleep at night without worrying about your bank balance. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making smart, sustainable choices that set you up for long-term success. Cash flow businesses are like planting seeds that bear fruit quickly and regularly. Enterprise value businesses, they're more like planting an oak tree. Great for future generations, but not so helpful when you're trying to pay this month's bills. As you grow your service-based business, keep this principle in mind. Focus on generating real, tangible cash. Use that cash to build your financial foundation, to invest in yourself, to create more side hustle ideas. That's how you turn your weekend gig into a thriving financial ecosystem. So, next time you're at your cashier job, watching those transactions fly by, remember, your goal isn't just to make money, it's to keep it, grow it, and use it to fuel your journey to financial independence. Cash flow is your best friend on this journey. Treat it well, and it will return the favor tenfold. Are you ready to prioritize cash flow and build a solid financial foundation? Let's turn those pennies into dollars, and those dollars into a future you can bank on. Your wealth building adventure is just beginning, and trust me, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Chapter 4. High-unitary value services. Remember how we just talked about cash flow businesses being your trusty sidekick in the quest for financial freedom? Well, now it's time to introduce you to their superhero cousin, high-unitary value services. Buckle up, because this is where things get really exciting. Imagine you're at a food truck festival. There's a sea of options, each offering something tasty. But while most trucks are selling $5 tacos, there's one truck with a line around the block selling gourmet lobster rolls for $50 a pop. That, my friends, is the power of high-unitary value services in action. Now, you might be thinking, that's great, but I'm no lobster roll chef. Fear not. The beauty of building wealth from nothing is that you don't need to be a master chef or have a fancy degree. All you need is the right recipe, and that's exactly what we're cooking up today. High-unitary value services are like the secret ingredient that turns a good business into a great one. They're the services that sit right at the point where a customer is ready to whip out their wallet and make it rain. We're talking conversion rate optimization, paid advertising, email marketing, and sales management. These aren't just services, they're money-making machines. Let's break it down. Imagine you're helping run that food truck festival, because who doesn't love a good food analogy? You could offer to wash dishes for the trucks. That's a service, sure, but what if instead you offered to help them sell more food, to bring more hungry customers to the festival, to make their offering so irresistible that people can't help but buy? That's the power of high-unitary value services. These services are closer to the point of sale, which means they have a direct impact on a business's bottom line. And you know what that means? Cha-ching. Businesses are willing to pay top dollar for services that directly increase their revenue. It's like being the person who helps others strike gold. You get a pretty sweet cut of the profits. But here's the kicker. The best service for you to offer depends on your niche and who you're selling to. It's like choosing the right food truck to start. Are you passionate about vegan cuisine, gourmet desserts, fusion tacos? Whatever it is, there's a high unitary value service waiting for you to claim it. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I actually deliver these services? I don't have any money to invest. Well, my friend, that's where the real magic happens. In the next part of our wealth building journey, I'm going to show you how to get these services delivered without any upfront cost. Yes, you heard that right. Zero, zilch, nada. So, here's your homework, future tycoons. Start brainstorming your niche. What industries excite you? What problems do you see that you'd love to solve? Once you've got that figured out, start researching the high unitary value services in that niche. This is the first step to turning your side hustle ideas into a thriving financial success story. Remember, building wealth from nothing isn't about having all the answers right away. It's about asking the right questions and being willing to learn. It's about finding that perfect balance between what you love and what the market needs. It's about turning your passion into profit, one high-value service at a time. So, are you ready to dive into the world of high unitary value services and take your wealth building journey to the next level? Are you ready to transform from a $5 taco truck to a $50 lobster roll empire? Let's do this. Your journey to financial independence starts now, and trust me, it's going to be one delicious ride. Chapter 5, Targeting the Right Clients. Alright, financial freedom fighters, we've talked about high unitary value services, but now it's time to answer the million-dollar question. Who's going to pay for these services? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the art of targeting the right clients, and trust me, it's juicier than a perfectly grilled Wagyu steak. Remember our food truck festival analogy? Well, imagine you've mastered the art of making the most mouth-watering lobster rolls in town. Now, you wouldn't set up shop in a neighborhood where everyone's on a ramen budget, would you? Of course not. You'd go where the foodies with fat wallets hang out. That, my friends, is the secret sauce to building wealth from nothing. Let me paint you a picture. You're scrolling through your social media feed and you see all these content creators living their best lives, traveling the world, and seemingly making money out of thin air. Ever wondered how they do it? Well, here's a little insider secret. Many of these online businesses are raking in anywhere from $1 to $5 million annually. That's right, you heard me, millions. Now here's where you come in. These businesses are like golden geese, laying cash eggs left and right. But here's the kicker, they need help managing all that success. That's where your high unitary value services swoop in to save the day. But how do you find these cash-rich clients? Enter the triple layer method. No, it's not a new type of cake, although it's just as sweet. It's a foolproof way to identify the most profitable services to offer. Here's how it works. Layer 1, the micro environment. This is all about understanding the day-to-day operations of these businesses. What makes them tick? What are their pain points? Layer 2, the market environment. Look at the industry trends. What's hot? What's not? Where's the money flowing? Layer 3, the macro environment. This is the big picture stuff. Economic trends, technological advancements, societal shifts, all the factors that could impact these businesses. By analyzing these 3 layers, you can uncover unique services that are in high demand and command top dollar. It's like finding the perfect recipe for a dish that everyone wants but no one else is serving. Let's break it down with some real-world examples. Say you're targeting content creators. These folks are always looking for ways to boost their income. You could offer services like 1. AdSense revenue optimization. Help them squeeze every penny out of their ad revenue. 2. Sponsor deal negotiation. Be their champion in landing lucrative brand deals. 3. Video review process implementation. Help them streamline their content creation for maximum efficiency. These services directly impact their bottom line, which means they're more likely to invest heavily in them. It's like offering a magic wand that turns views into cold, hard cash. Who wouldn't want that? Now, I know what you're thinking, but how do I approach these big shot businesses? I'm just starting out. Here's the secret. Confidence is key. Remember, you're not just offering a service, you're offering a solution to their problems. You're the hero in their business story, swooping in to save the day and fatten their bank accounts in the process. So, here's your mission. Should you choose to accept it, start researching online businesses in your niche. Look for those in the $1 to $5 million range. Study their operations, their market, their challenges, then brainstorm high unitary value services that could solve their biggest pain points. Remember, in the world of building wealth from nothing, it's not just about what you know, it's about who you know, and more importantly, who knows you. By targeting the right clients, you're not just increasing your income, you're building a network that could catapult you to financial success. So, are you ready to leave the small fries behind and start fishing for the big tuna? Your journey to financial freedom is about to kick into high gear. Let's go bag those $1 million clients. Chapter 6. Innovative services for content creators. Alright my friends, we've talked about finding those golden goose clients, but now it's time to dive into the secret menu of services that will make you the Gordon Ramsay of the digital world. Buckle up, because we're about to explore some innovative services for content creators that will have them lining up around the block for your expertise. Picture this. You're scrolling through your favorite YouTuber's channel, marveling at their seemingly effortless success, but behind that polished exterior lies a world of untapped potential and missed opportunities. That's where you come in, armed with your arsenal of innovative services, ready to help these digital dynamos maximize their revenue and skyrocket their success. Let's start with the unsung hero of the content world, thumbnails. You might be thinking, thumbnails? Really? But in the cutthroat arena of online content, a thumbnail can be the difference between viral success and digital obscurity. Imagine being able to boost a creator's views by 20, 30, or even 50% just by optimizing their thumbnails. That's not just a service, that's like giving them a pair of rocket boots in a marathon. But why stop at thumbnails when we can dive into the treasure trove of diversifying revenue streams? Many creators are sitting on gold mines of potential income without even realizing it. You could be the Indiana Jones of the digital world, helping them uncover hidden treasures like online courses, affiliate partnerships, or even physical product lines. It's like turning their content into a money-making machine on steroids. Now, let's get a little sci-fi and talk about how to revolutionize content creation. AI technology isn't just for tech geeks and Silicon Valley bigwigs anymore. It's a tool that can transform the way content is produced. Imagine offering a service that uses AI to speed up video creation or transcription processes. You're not just saving creators time, you're giving them the superpower of being in multiple places at once. So, here's your homework, future moguls. Start researching these innovative services. Look at successful content creators and identify their pain points. What are they struggling with? What opportunities are they missing? Then, Brainstorm how you can offer solutions to these problems. Remember, in the world of building wealth from nothing, creativity is your currency. By offering these innovative services, you're not just helping content creators, you're building a consistent cash flow for yourself. You're turning your ideas into income, your solutions into success stories. You're not just dreaming about financial freedom, you're actively creating it, one innovative service at a time. Are you ready to become the secret weapon in every content creator's arsenal? Are you ready to turn your innovative ideas into a wealth-building machine? Let's do this. Your journey to financial freedom just got a whole lot more exciting and a whole lot more profitable. Chapter 7, Setting Up Your Cash Flow Business. Alright my friends, we've explored the treasure trove of innovative services you can offer to content creators. Now, it's time to put on your business hat and learn how to turn these ideas into a real money-making machine. Welcome to the nitty-gritty of setting up your cash flow business. Now, I know what you're thinking. Setting up a business, that sounds about as fun as watching paint dry. But hold on to your hats because we're about to make this process as exciting as a roller coaster ride, minus the nausea and overpriced photos at the end. Let's start with the foundation of your wealth building empire, choosing a name for your business. This isn't just about picking something that sounds cool. It's about creating an identity that resonates with your future clients and sets the tone for your entire venture. Think of it as naming your firstborn, but with less pressure and more potential for profit. Once you've got your name, it's time to stake your claim in the digital world. Buying a domain and setting up a professional email is like planting your flag on the moon of entrepreneurship. It's a small step for you, but a giant leap for your business credibility. Trust me, boss@yourawesomebusiness.com carries a lot more weight than memicking69@hotmail.com when you're trying to land those high-paying clients. Now, here's where things get really interesting. We're going to dive into a business model that's so clever. It will make you feel like you've cracked the Da Vinci Code of entrepreneurship. Enter contractor arbitrage, the secret sauce to building wealth without breaking the bank. Picture this. You're the conductor of an orchestra, but instead of full-time musicians, you have a roster of talented freelancers ready to play at a moment's notice. You only call them in when there's a performance, or in our case, a project, which means you're not paying for idle time. It's like having your cake, eating it too, and not having to worry about the dishes afterward. This model is inspired by the new arbitrage economy. Think Uber, but for professional services. You're not just building a business, you're creating a platform that connects skilled professionals with businesses who need their expertise. It's like being the matchmaker of the business world, but instead of love, you're fostering profitable relationships. The beauty of contractor arbitrage is that it eliminates those pesky cash flow issues that keep most new business owners up at night. No more worrying about making payroll or keeping the lights on during slow periods. You only pay your contractors when you've got revenue coming in. It's like having a team of superheroes on standby, ready to save the day without the overhead of a secret lair. Now, I know this might sound too good to be true, like a get-rich-quick scheme or a miracle diet pill, but here's the thing. This is how smart modern businesses are operating in the 21st century. You're not just building a business, you're creating an ecosystem, a community of professionals working together to create value and build wealth from nothing. So, here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Start brainstorming names for your agency, set up that professional email, and most importantly, start thinking about the kind of contractors you'll need to deliver those innovative services we talked about earlier. Remember, you're not just hiring help, you're assembling your Avengers team of business superheroes. As you embark on this journey, keep in mind that you're not just setting up a business, you're laying the foundation for your financial freedom. You're creating a system that generates wealth, provides value, and makes a real difference in people's lives. And the best part? You're doing it all from scratch, proving that with the right mindset and strategies, anyone can build wealth from nothing. Are you ready to turn your service ideas into a thriving cash flow business? Are you prepared to join the ranks of smart entrepreneurs who are redefining what it means to run a successful agency? Let's do this. Your path to financial independence is about to shift into high gear, and trust me, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Remember, every great business started with a single idea, a leap of faith, and a whole lot of hustle. You've got the ideas, you're about to take that leap, and now it's time to hustle. The world of entrepreneurship is waiting for you, and it's full of opportunities just waiting to be seized. So, are you ready to build your empire one contractor at a time? Chapter 8. Finding and managing contractors. Alright, future business tycoons, we've laid the foundation for your cash flow empire. Now it's time to assemble your dream team of contractors. Think of it as building your very own Avengers, but instead of fighting Thanos, you're battling the villains of financial mediocrity and stagnant growth. Remember when we talked about contractor arbitrage? Well, it's time to put that theory into action. But where do you find these superheroes of the business world? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a treasure hunt that would make Indiana Jones jealous. Let's start with the modern day Atlantis of talent, Facebook groups. Yes, that's right. The same platform where your uncle shares conspiracy theories and your high school crush posts gym selfies is actually a goldmine for finding top-notch contractors. But we're not talking about any old Facebook group. We're diving into the deep end. Those exclusive, closed communities for info products and software teaching the service you're offering. Imagine you're a digital archaeologist, carefully sifting through these groups, observing the most active and knowledgeable members. These aren't just random people, they're the ones who've invested time and money to master the skills you need. They're the hidden gems in the vast desert of mediocrity, waiting to be discovered. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. I'm about to share a secret that's so powerful it makes Dumbledore's Elder Wand look like a toothpick. Ready? Here it is. Contact the group admins. These guardians of knowledge can be your secret weapon in finding the best contractors. Ask them to post a job listing in their group. It's like having a backstage pass to the most exclusive talent show in town. But wait, there's more. I know, I sound like an infomercial, but stick with me. Instead of drowning in a sea of boring resumes and portfolios, have your potential contractors create a quick video showcasing their skills and personality. It's like The Voice, but for business. This method of finding the best contractors isn't just efficient, it's entertaining and insightful. This approach, my dear wealth builders, is the essence of contractor arbitrage. You're not just finding people to do work. You're creating a system where experienced professionals handle all the service fulfillment while you focus on growing your empire. It's like having a team of Michelin star chefs cooking up a storm in your kitchen while you're out there finding more hungry customers and building a business that will stand the test of time. But here's the real beauty of this approach. You're not just building wealth from nothing, you're creating opportunities. Every contractor you bring on board is a person whose life you're potentially changing. You're not just making money, you're making a difference. It's like being a superhero, but instead of a cape, you're wearing a business suit. Or let's be real, probably sweatpants if you're working from home. So, here's your mission. Should you choose to accept it, dive into those Facebook groups like they're pools filled with gold coins. Reach out to those admins like they're holding the map to El Dorado. Start collecting video audits like they're rare Pokemon cards. Remember, you're not just hiring contractors, you're assembling a team of specialists who will help you turn your business dreams into reality. As you embark on this contractor finding adventure, keep in mind that you're not just looking for skills, you're looking for people who share your vision and values. These contractors are going to be the face of your business to your clients, so choose wisely. It's like dating, but instead of looking for the one, you're looking for the many who will help you build your cash flow business. Are you ready to become the Nick Fury of the business world, assembling your team of superheroes? Are you prepared to harness the power of contractor arbitrage and take your cash flow empire to the next level? Let's do this. Your journey to building wealth from nothing is about to get a serious boost, and trust me, it's going to be more exciting than binge watching your favorite series on Netflix. Remember, every great leader started by building a great team. You've got the vision, you've got the strategy, and now you're about to get the people who will help you make it all happen. The world of entrepreneurship is waiting for you, and it's full of talented individuals just waiting to join your mission. So, are you ready to find your business Avengers and assemble them into an unstoppable force? Your cash flow empire awaits, and the journey to financial freedom starts now. Chapter 9. Maximizing success in your cash flow business. Alright, future tycoons, we've reached the grand finale of our wealth building odyssey. This is where the rubber meets the road, where dreams turn into dollars, and where you prove that building wealth from nothing isn't just a catchy phrase, it's your new reality. Welcome to the last chapter of our journey to financial freedom. Think of this as the final level in the video game of entrepreneurship. You've leveled up, gathered your resources, and now it's time to face the ultimate challenge, maximizing success in your cash flow business. It's time to turn your side hustle ideas into a money-making machine that would make Scrooge McDuck green with envy. Let's start with the good news, shall we? The potential rewards of your cash flow business are sweeter than finding an extra fry at the bottom of the bag. We're talking about charging monthly fees that would make your old boss's jaw drop faster than a lead balloon. And the best part, there's an ocean of demand out there for your services, bluer than a clear sky on a summer day. This, my friends, is what we call a blue ocean strategy in the world of entrepreneurship for beginners. Picture this. You're sitting on your couch, or your yacht, because why not dream big, watching as your bank account grows faster than your waistline during the holidays. That's the power of a well-run cash flow business. It's like having a money tree, but instead of waiting years for it to grow, you're harvesting cash every month. This is what financial success looks like, and it's within your grasp. But hold your horses, cowboy. Before you start planning how to spend all that moolah, let's talk about the pitfalls. Because let's face it, if building wealth was as easy as following a TikTok dance tutorial, we'd all be sipping pina coladas on our private islands by now. First up on our what not to do list, trying to go it alone. Look, I get it. You're smart, you're motivated, and you've got more hustle than a con artist at a millionaire's convention. But trying to figure everything out by yourself is like trying to build a rocket ship with a hammer and some duct tape. Sure, you might eventually get off the ground, but do you really want to risk exploding mid-flight? This is where wealth creation techniques come into play. Learning from those who've been there, done that, and got the receipts to show for it. Here's a pro tip for your money-making strategies. Reach out to potential clients using video audits. It's like speed dating for business. Quick, effective, and way less awkward than trying to explain your services over a candlelit dinner. This is one of those financial success tips that can really set you apart in the crowded marketplace. Now, let's talk about what to avoid. Stay away from those enterprise, value-driven business models like they're your ex at a family reunion. And crowded markets, they're about as appealing as a public pool on the hottest day of summer. No thank you. Instead, focus on starting a cash flow-driven business in the right niche. It's like finding the perfect wave to surf. When you catch it, it's smooth sailing all the way to the bank. But here's the kicker, the secret sauce, the cherry on top of your wealth-building sundae. Get help from experts. I know, it might feel like admitting defeat, but trust me, it's the smartest move you can make in your journey of personal finance for students. It's like having a cheat code for the game of business. You'll avoid costly mistakes, achieve success faster, and skip the banging your head against the wall in frustration phase of entrepreneurship. Remember, building wealth from nothing isn't about doing everything yourself. It's about being smart, strategic, and not afraid to ask for help when you need it. It's about leveraging income generation methods that work and learning from those who've already walked the path you're on. So, as we wrap up this epic journey of wealth building, I want you to remember this. You have what it takes to start a business with no money and turn it into a thriving cash flow empire. You have the tools, the knowledge, and now the roadmap to financial freedom. Are you ready to take your cash flow business to the next level? Are you prepared to dodge the pitfalls, seize the opportunities, and build the wealth you've always dreamed of? This is your moment. The stage is set, the spotlight is on, and the audience, aka your bank account, is waiting. It's time to show the world what you're made of. Remember, every great success story has a beginning, middle, and end. You've made it through the beginning, you've conquered the middle, and now it's time for your grand finale. So go out there and make it rain, future tycoons. Your wealth building adventure isn't ending, it's just getting started. Alright, future wealth builders, we've reached the end of our journey, but remember, this is just the beginning of yours. We've laughed, we've learned, and hopefully we've lit a fire under your entrepreneurial spirit that's hotter than a jalapeno in a heat wave. From discovering the power of high-unitary value services to mastering the art of contractor arbitrage, you've armed yourself with the tools to build wealth from nothing. You're no longer just dreaming of financial freedom. You're on the path to achieving it. But before you rush off to conquer the business world, I want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel that? That's the excitement of possibility, the thrill of potential. It's intoxicating, isn't it? Now here's a question that I want you to ponder as you embark on your wealth building journey. If you could go back in time and give your past self one piece of advice about building wealth, what would it be? And more importantly, how will you apply that wisdom to your future? Remember, building wealth isn't just about the money, it's about creating value, seizing opportunities, and most importantly, believing in yourself. You've got the roadmap, you've got the tools, and now you've got the mindset. The only question left is, what amazing things will you achieve? So go forth, my fellow entrepreneurs. Build that cash flow business. Create those innovative services. Find those golden goose clients. And always, always keep pushing forward. Because the journey to wealth isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. And you're just getting warmed up. Thank you for joining me on this wild ride. Now, it's your turn to write your own success story. And trust me, I can't wait to hear all about it. Until next time, keep hustling, keep dreaming, and most importantly, keep building that wealth from nothing.